A caring community is defined by how well it addresses the needs of people whose challenges demand a caring response. Felton Institute has answered the call since 1889. Its positive example as the first non-sectarian relief organization in the Bay Area began then and has continued ever since. Its tradition of service dates back to overseeing recovery efforts after the 1906 earthquake and extends to wherever the need is greatest. At a time when indifference is far too easy to find, special attention is given to addressing these challenges. Early care and education, which includes early intervention services for children ages 0 to 6, including those with special needs, that enable them to thrive. Case managers also provide outpatient mental health care for youth between the ages of 4 and 21. Meanwhile, adults and seniors also benefit from Felton's emphasis on enhancing mental health. The underlying goal is to remove the stigma surrounding mental health treatment so that it can be correctly viewed as a key to overall health. Both mental and physical health are threatened in families that are unable to find adequate shelter or sufficient food. You'll hear examples of how Felton provides family support later in this video. You'll also hear how Felton helps give people ages 18 to 25 a chance to stay out of jail while still holding them accountable for their crime. It's part of the agency's commitment to ensure that all individuals are treated with equality and respect. In addition, Felton offers seniors the services they need to remain actively engaged in the community and maintain a high quality of life as they age with dignity. More details can be seen by visiting felton.org. However, every kind initiative is made possible by the caring people that exemplify the excellence in service that Felton has shown for generations. We especially look forward to illustrating that fact over the next few minutes. After all, kindness comes from the heart for people and nonprofits alike. Thank you for your kindness. Sometimes the name of a program reflects the kind spirit that it springs from. That's certainly the case with Realizing Employment and Creating Hope. REACH not only provides employment training and case management services, but helps to resolve the ongoing shortage of early education professionals. Participants are able to become a teacher's assistant, teacher apprentice, or lead teacher apprentice, depending on the curriculum they choose. Felton collaborates with the Mission Economic Development Agency, Foothill College, and Advance College. Some REACH graduates join Felton's Early Care Education Developmental Center, which also attracts quality teachers from other sources. Yanita DeLeon teaches in the Little Bears classroom and describes how her colleagues help build a sense of community.
One of the things that I'm very appreciative when it comes to Felton is just the community that we have built here as teachers. For example, last week we had Teacher Appreciation Week, and a lot of teachers collaborated to kind of just show appreciation within one another. Special shout out for teacher Jenny, who, she always goes beyond.
You can learn more about REACH and early care education at felton.org. The plight of homeless individuals and families is all too evident in the Bay Area and has been that way for far too long. Felton's commitment to their well-being brought Mother Brown's Kitchen to life in San Francisco's Bayview Hunters Point district more than 40 years ago. Meanwhile, the free haircuts being given by renowned Lux Groom barber Notch Taplett are just some of the morale-building services that Felton offers at its Bayside Site F facility. Besides providing unhoused clients with a trailer, water, food, and electricity, it hosts a series of special events to create a sense of community that gives clients a much-needed feeling of stability. More information is available at felton.org. Of course, any organization is only as good as the people who fulfill its responsibility to those it serves. Baraka Gambo describes how Felton is able to maximize their effectiveness by caring about personal well-being.
Part-time teacher because I have to go to school and I have 2 children as a single mom. I couldn't make it with the schedule they gave me, so they was able to work around my schedule, and I was able to drop my 2 kids to 2 different schools and come to work. So without Felton, I won't be able to really manage my personal life and work life. I'm very grateful.
Felton Institute strives to improve the quality of life for people of all ages. Its young adult court program offers people ages 18 to 25 the opportunity to avoid a criminal record while still holding them accountable. Here, San Francisco Superior Court Judge Bruce Chan is presenting an award to a YAC program graduate. The agency also engages volunteers and professional staff to regularly visit long-term care facilities through the Ombudsman Program, which forcefully advocates on behalf of seniors and people with disabilities. They work to ensure that problems and complaints are taken care of, especially when allegations of abuse and neglect are involved. We invite you to visit felton.org for additional details. Felton's deaf community counseling services are just one example of how the agency is sensitive to the circumstantial challenges that people face. Its holistic approach integrates cognitive, emotional, and behavioral health care to enhance overall well-being. That concern was also evident when DCCS Program Administrative Manager Ahide Palomera faced a crisis of her own.
My youngest daughter at that time was 6 months old when she was diagnosed with infant cancer. At that time, I didn't know what I was going to do financially, and of course, being under all the stress, I really was worried. But, well, let me tell you, Felton really came through. Some of the employees were able to donate their sick time to me so that I would be able to spend time with my daughter while she was receiving chemo. And you know what, that was such a godsend. Not only was I able to spend time with her in her time of need, my job was secure. And thankfully, with God and science, my daughter is cancer-free.
Suicide is the leading cause of death for adults between 19 and 34 years of age. San Francisco Suicide Prevention is the oldest community-based telephone crisis center in the nation and provides 24/7 emotional support on their confidential hotlines. SFSP's suicide prevention and crisis intervention services include training professionals in schools and community organizations to help avert potential tragedy. Meanwhile, the Angelo Quinto Community Response Team offers mental health support and other 24/7 assistance for people who are troubled enough to call 911 but are not in a life or death crisis. Felton's tradition of service is underscored by the ongoing commitment of its caring professionals. Denise Herford has seen the positive impact firsthand as an agency employee for nearly half a century.
And I've seen so many changes. I have had the experience of having clients that have gone through Felton come back to thank me for the words of encouragement that I shared with them. They have brought their families back. These are men and women who had little children that came through Felton with them and brought them back so I could meet their grown family.
For his part, Peter Young was pleasantly surprised by what he encountered on his first day at Felton.
And everyone was kind, warm, welcoming, brought us lunch, and then in the middle of me doing my onboarding, my department actually took me out for another lunch to welcome me. So that was just great. From all the staff here, they're very kind, very warm, very welcoming.
This collaborative culture maximizes the effectiveness of agency services as well as their efficiency. Jackson Lee describes how his team works together to provide technological expertise wherever it's needed.
I get to work with a lot of different people every single day. One of the most important things that I have found that has really inspired my passion here to work here at Felton is the amount of backup and support that I get from my team when the day gets really busy and I don't really have enough resources at the time. I can just send a message or just walk over to my teammates or give them a call on Microsoft Teams or send them a text message and they'll be there to help me out.
It's plain to see how the Felton Institute plays such a vital role in improving the lives of vulnerable people and families throughout the Bay Area. Thanks to community support on virtually every level, Felton serves as a model for other nonprofit organizations across America. We invite you to visit felton.org to see how you can keep the tradition alive and well in these challenging times. Please take care.